Hello, hello. I am finishing up my readings from the other day. So here we are. I see it has gone live, so we're ready to go. All right, so we are starting with Scorpio today because it's your birthday. Scorpio, happy birthday to the Scorpio Queen and King. Angels, spirits, guides, ancestors, archangels, ascended masters, and all that is coming from love and light. Let's talk about Scorpio's messages today. All right, so I feel like you are manifesting. It says, tell the world what you want. This came out for Aries. I don't know if you have Aries somewhere prominent in your chart, but I remember it coming out and I'm like, oh, that's so telling. That's so true for Aries, right? So it's almost like you're in this energy right now that says, tell the universe what you want and it's going to bring it to you, right? I also feel like this could be about a new beginning, but it could also be about an ending, both maybe, because the cycle card is here. So this could be saying like you are ending a cycle, you're, a karmic cycle, like you've learned the lesson. I'm talking like 21 card, the world card, right? So big changes, something you learned the lesson with the world card, right? So it's something that's being taken or removed from your life. Maybe it's been a slow, steady process, but that's usually how it is. Okay, so let's see what Scorpio wants to clarify the manifest card here. Tell the universe what you want. All right, so King of Wands and the Hermit card comes out. Those are the two things. This is how to manifest. Spirit is saying you can do this thing. Like have a deep conversation with your higher self about the next chapter because you're ending a chapter. You're like moving on, new life, right? Okay, so let's see. Yeah. So according to the plan that you can't see, right? Knight of Pentacles. There is something like leaving your life and it's part of your plan. And I feel like your higher self is sort of showing you that. These cards are pretty cool, like about that. But it's like you own your power here. You are very confident. I feel like I'm talking to somebody who's confident in their self and in their abilities to work with spirit, for one thing, right? I feel like there's somebody here who knows how to manifest already. And I feel like you're going in talking to your higher self about what you really would like to create next, what would come in. And what happens when you go into that Hermit card is you actually make contact with that higher self, your soul, and maybe what's happening is maybe your higher self is actually showing you the plan. There's a map right here, and I know the Knight of Pentacles can be about a lot of things, right? But to me, especially in this particular card, it's about your soul plan. It's about things that you didn't know, hidden things like what's next, right? And so when you're talking to your higher self about the things that your human being wants, your higher self is also showing you what's in the map. What is it? You know what I mean? Like, so this, I don't know, this could be like, in your astrology, maybe you figure something out. Pay attention to what's being shown to you. You know what I mean? Like sometimes it freaks me out that my phone knows what I want to see. Like it feels like they listen to me or something. You know what I mean? The smartphone. And then all of a sudden, like, you were thinking about something and all of a sudden your page is flooded with it. Like, like it listens to you or something. And I kind of feel like that's what maybe is happening here. Like you're in there tapping into your higher self and they're showing you all the stuff, all the plan, the Knight of Pentacles, what's next, what's leaving, right? Because I feel like you're having to let something go as well as welcome something new in. And that's what these two cards are talking about. Let's clarify them a little further. Tell me about what the Knight of Pentacles is saying. Yeah, it's important for you to like actually really do what's best for you. Like, and the Two of Wands is about what's best for your highest good and growth as a soul. You know what I mean? Like, so what's going to make your soul grow? What's the next stop? What's the next direction, you know? Because it looks like you're going in a brand new direction here, is what it looks like to me. Yeah, after you, yeah, you've got to close out the cycle, which is just clarifying this, right? Choosing yourself, what's best for you, the best choice is to close out some kind of cycle. I feel like you've got somewhere new to go. I feel like you're walking away from something, um, or possibly to an energy, like the divine energy, it looks like. So let's see. Let's clarify a little bit more, like about what is this King of Wands doing here? Because it's like you're manifesting with your higher self. This is kind of a cool. Okay, so Queen of Cups. This could be you're bringing in love, right? It could also mean that you're surrendering to the higher self's knowledge. You know what I mean? Like your human being is saying, like, all right, spirit. Like, because your soul without the body has no emotion. I mean, it has to go into a body in order to feel the emotion, you know? So I kind of feel like there's a lot of emotion here, a lot of explaining, and this is the Judgment card where your higher self comes out, right? So you're summoning it here. You really kind of are in the Hermit card. When we tap in and reach for our higher self, it comes. And that's what it's telling me. The Judgment card is the higher self coming out, you know. All right, so over here, the cycle, you're ending a cycle. It's totally over. It's something emotional. It could be something that you don't talk about. I'm trying to figure out what it's saying because it's the Moon card, right? So there's something that you feel, but it's maybe not something you talk about. Um, and I feel like there's a decision to make, and the decision is to close out the cycle. And that's what's best for you. They're saying, like, stop staying stuck in old energy, you know, this emotional thing. Let's find out what it is. Tell me what that moon is representing for Scorpio. What's going on there? Okay. The Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Pentacles. So you have to let something go in order to have a new beginning, is what it's saying. Like, so it's kind of like just like closing out some kind of like cycle that you're in. You know what I mean? Something ending. Like, let's see what the I just want to know what the cycle is. What is the cycle? It could be about not 100% hearing your higher self. It could be about not grasping, you know, like feeling like a victim. That's what I want to say. You know what I mean? So if you have gone through life feeling like your life has been one set of circumstances that make you feel like a victim to another set of circumstances, I feel like you're getting some intel here from your higher self in order for you to close out the cycle. Because feeling shitty about yourself or victim mentality, it's not really a good place to stay. I mean, yeah, we want to feel it. Our soul wants to feel all of it, you know, like all of those emotional things, right? But having the high priestess come out here is telling me, like, we're done with this. Like, we've felt it. You did a good job. But now we're going to show you how to, like, kind of like not unfeel it, but appreciate the lesson that you learned, because the justice card is here, right? So whatever it is, this is hidden. This is a hidden thing that happened when you're little. Maybe it's just something that's really tripping you up. You know what I mean? Um, it's time for it to leave, because the Wheel of Fortune is here. Your higher self is here. The Judgment card is here. The Hermit card is here. It's like you're summoning your higher self is just coming right into your face and saying, like, I mean, this wasn't, we learned a lot from here. That's what the Justice card is. It's kind of like understanding that um, you did learn something, like the nonsense thing that happened that seems like nonsense really has a purpose. Hang on, I'm trying to find the chat. Hello. Hello, how's it going? Okay, so you've got tons of major arcana here, and I really think, like, whenever I see it like that, I'm thinking, like, this is a really big time for you, important, like with your soul journey, It's time, it's what the time is for your your timeline to change, your reality to change, because you've been stuck in something, something that makes you feel some type of way, sad maybe, or shameful, something like that. Anyway, it's leaving so that you can have a new beginning. And all of the things that you have been through have brought you right to here. And I think that's the important part, Scorpio. Like you're here with all the major arcanas. You've got Judgment, the Hermit, the High Priestess, Justice, right? The World card, and the Wheel of Fortune, and the Moon. Those are all of the majors that are here. Do you see what's happening? Big changes. Wheel of Fortune, lucky break, the Moon card, maybe realizing something you didn't know before, or taking something out, like you never ever talk about it. It's painful, it's shameful, something like that, and actually dealing with it. Maybe even in the Hermit, talking to your higher self, like, what the fuck was that? Tell me the justice in this shit so that I can close out the cycle. Because the truth is, when you can figure out what some kind of circumstance gave you, like as a lesson, um, as a gift, that's when you can release it all the way. You know what I mean? And I kind of just feel like, look at, there's only a few minor arcana. So realistically, this is your life. This is your human being life. And over here, this is your soul. This is your soul, and this is what they want to learn. This is what you need to come through. And this is really how the tarot works. Major arcana, soul journey. Minor arcana, human path that's bringing forth the soul journey lessons, right? So you've got the King of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Five of Swords, and the Two of Wands. So this is about, like, kind of like reviewing your life, maybe letting go of things that don't serve you, understanding the soul plan on a bigger level, understanding even the shitty part gave you something, even if it was just surrender, because the Queen is over here, and that's what she does. She surrenders it to her higher self and says, I don't get it. This fucking hurts. You take it. Like, I don't know what's going to happen next, and I'm not even going to try and control it. That's surrendering. So if you are truly in the spot where you're surrendering to your higher self, but you do have to make one decision, and that's this Two of Wands, and it's putting yourself first, your soul first. So in order to do that, you've got to tap in. In order to put your soul first, you have to tap in and figure out what that means, right? Like, what exactly is best for me, you know what I mean? And I think what your higher self is kind of trying to say to you is, like, there's things that happen in your life that you don't understand, Wheel of Fortune, but they change things for you, they do. And I kind of feel like it's right here. The Wheel of Fortune is here, and they're explaining that there's some things in our life that are just destiny, and we do get to choose how we want to deal with the change or you know, the shift in perspective. But yeah, that's what I feel like. I feel like you're just coming to this place where you're ready to close out some kind of cycle, and your higher self is coming forward because you're asking it to, but also because you need to see the justice in it, like what it gave you. Um, what I want to kind of do is see what it gave you. Like it's telling me, like, I want to know what the justice really is, don't you? What is the justice for Scorpio that you're talking about? Like, what is the justice? What did they learn? Okay, and here we go. That's beautiful. So, this could be, it's telling me like to follow your passion and to look at the good things that are around you. There's another major arcana, the sun. The sun is really about focusing on the good things, it's about gratitude, it's about, um, you know, being grateful in every moment, you know what I mean? Living in the moment. And then the Knight of Wands. In this card, I really like this Knight of Wands. They get a bad rap sometimes. But this Knight of Wands is just like seeking pleasure for himself. Basically, kind of like Two of Wands. Like, what does make me feel all warm and fuzzy inside? And going for it. Because when we follow those kinds of things, we really are listening to our higher self. So if you feel the urge to go fishing or for a hike, you know, it's kind of cold here, but we are in the very end of the warm weather. So it's getting kind of chilly, but if you're kind of like just guided to do something like that, like go out and be alone. I don't know if you have a dog or if you have a friend, but I kind of feel like, you know, this is maybe a solo kind of thing. But the Knight of Wands in this card, in this particular deck, it's about doing things that make you feel real good inside. You know what I mean? And these are your major arcana. So this energy of pleasure seeking is part of it because it, and what I'm saying about pleasure seeking, I'm talking about doing the things that light up your soul. You know what I mean? So that it can get, you can hear it better. The more we clear the pathway for our higher self, the more it guides us. And I kind of feel like if you are feeling that guidance from your higher self or seeking it, one of the things you're going to be led to do is seek passions. You know what I mean? Like do the things that make you excited, like going fishing or, you know, hanging out in the trees or tapping into nature or just meditating. I don't know what you're doing, but just Knight of Wands, like going for the next cool thing, right? The next fun thing. That's what leads you to that soul. And I feel like, you know, it's also kind of like Two of Wands energy that's over here because I feel like you're closing out a cycle. There's something new coming in, but you need to raise your vibe. And the way to do that is to do the things that make you excited on the inside. You know what I mean? No matter what it is, like just do it. Like, you know, rock hounding, you know what I mean? Like any of that. Like if it really kind of like makes you excited, I feel like your soul wants you to do it. And while you're doing it is when you're going to hear the soul. You know, you're going to hear the explanation, you're going to get the guidance, you know. Okay, so Pisces is next. Angels, spirits, and guides. Heaven. Right on. Is it cold there or is it warm? Are you guys in cold season too? I never know what the seasons are like anywhere else. I'm in Montana and it is starting to get real cold. I think our high is like around 60 degrees right now. And so the lows are, and especially if you go in the mountains, the lows are real low. I kind of want to go next weekend on a little journey. I think I'm gonna, but I don't know where, and I don't know. I don't know. We'll just see. Okay, so Pisces is here. Pisces, I see like there's something here about your health happening. So maybe some of you have been going through health problems or something. I do see the heart here with I don't know. So I just feel like whenever I get the health card, I mean, what kind of person would I be if I didn't say, you know, make sure that you're keeping up on your checkups and stuff. You know what I mean? Hello. I know, you're always last, huh? I thought I'd shake it up this week. Um, kind of doing the elements instead of like all 12. It's just so long, and I feel like I get so tired. I think Pisces gets ripped off because you're at the very end, and I'm barely barely connected in. By the time I'm tired. I need to, go to the bathroom. I need to get a drink, like whatever. It's about 16, but I'm always cozy in the van. Yeah, so that 16, oh, Celsius, I bet. Hold on, I don't even know what Celsius is. I'll have to do it um, on my phone. Like, cheat. Okay, health. All right, so the first card out to clarify health is the Empress. And I kind of feel like first message from the Empress here. Cool. Think about the Empress. What does she do? What do we love her the most for? What do we love this energy for the most? Because she's just all love. Yeah, she's a creator, but she's all pure love. Like she doesn't see things in a negative light. She's just beautiful and lovely, right? Lots of self-love, self-appreciation. I kind of feel like if there are health issues, the next card that came out that I didn't show you is the intuition card. So it says the red flags you ignore now will come back to bite you later. And it came out with the health card. So Pisces, I don't really love delivering messages like that, but dude, it's here. So use your intuition, and if you're getting some kind of like, I don't even know, like what I'm thinking about is like if you get heart palpitations or something like that, something is a little off with you and you know it, you felt it, but it was fleeting, it was small, it wasn't that big of a deal, so you thought. Go in and get it checked is all I'm saying. There's a definite warning here. So love yourself enough to do that. 35 degrees or Celsius. I only know degrees. All right. This is a really icky message. So, Pisces, I don't know who I'm reading for. If this is not yours, then just let it go. But somebody out there, this is for somebody. I know it is because it's too serious not to be. I feel like there are some people here that are feeling like maybe somebody out there is very sick. And this card right here with the Seven of Cups, the Seven of Cups is about confusion. So I'm wondering, like, that could like be talking about dementia or something, right? Confusion. But also it's talking about it is about confusion. What way should I go? What should I do? What's the best decision? You're thinking about many, many things in the Seven of Cups. And then the Death card comes out and it's talking about transformation, right? So there's a butterfly here telling me that there's a transformation. I also feel like if there is somebody out there that's super sick, I do feel like there's messages of loved ones from the other side, like around you, loving on you, trying to help you through this time. $35 degrees, yeah. I don't know what it's doing here at night, but I was thinking about going and camping like up in the mountains, and I'm thinking like, I bet there's snow up there, and I bet it's really cold, and I'm wondering if I'm really prepared. I feel like you need to, Debs, if this really is for you, I mean, go in and get checked out. I mean, I just feel that's so hard with this reading. You know what I mean? Like, not everybody can be dealing with this, though, right? But someone is, and it's it's saying like if you're feeling some kind of way, it's really telling you it's your higher self, it's your intuition saying like, this isn't right. So what do you want them to do with this? What is the advice, Spirit? I feel like I don't like this reading. King of Cups could be about loving yourself, getting your higher self in on it, the Judgment card, right? So you can have alignment. Yeah. What's going on with with the Matt situation, Helen? Did he move back to town? Okay, so again, talking about the Hermit card, and now you have the Seven of Cups and and the Emperor as well, and a new beginning. Wow, and Justice. Okay, so I don't know. Let's just see what it's saying here. I feel like your higher self, I mean, this is pretty amazing, like once all the majors come out, look what's happening. Justice is coming in, judgment's coming in, a transformation's coming in for you, a brand new beginning. This tells me that there's an ending to a cycle and a brand new start coming. And so does the Death card, right? Because it's about closing a chapter and then moving towards something else. And I really kind of feel like that's what's happening for you guys, Pisces. I feel like there's alignment coming. I also feel like when you tap in, I just feel like there is Emperor, Empress energy, as well as the Nine of Cups in between of them. So this could be about a relationship that you have or that's coming in that's brand new, that your higher self is like leading you to. Could be dealing with a Virgo. No, hang on. um, why can't I think right now? Libra, Aries, Scorpio, a lot of Scorpio over here. Because Scorpio can be the Judgment card, the Death card, the King, and it can even be the Fool, because Scorpio is about transforming, right? So you got almost like lots of Scorpio energy here. So telling me like Pluto could be doing something major for you, for your alignment here too. We've got Pluto kind of like it goes slow, but it's leaving Capricorn, heading on into Aquarius, and then things are going to change. You know what I mean? I think they change all the time, but Pluto is about ripping shit out of your life that don't work so that new shit can come in, and that's kind of what I'm saying. Anyway, what I see is like you have an Emperor, Empress with a Nine of Cups in between. Some of you could be just trying to decide, like, is this worth it? Should I put any effort into this? I don't know the answer, but your higher self does. And I feel like you just need to tap in, right? But I do feel like there's a divine energy, double divine energy here. That could mean, like, let's say you're very sick and you're put in the hospital and maybe you're wondering if you're even going to make it. Let's just say that. And so these are the times when we're absolutely in the lowest, in the darkest, in the scariest, in the most confusing time of our life. That's when our higher self comes out and says, I got you. I love you. And it's this card. And what could be happening if this is not about love, and I don't like my readings to be solely about love, I like them to be about your journey. And I feel like what's happening here is you maybe, like for some of you, this is like total balance inside of yourself. I mean, even the Justice card is showing complete balance here with the black and the white, right? And then male, female here, right? Like, so masculine, feminine energy, balance inside you and a brand new you. I mean, you would absolutely be balanced in this energy. Do you see that? This is like DNA strands, and then that chakra system going right up through it, all lit up, all going, So I kind of feel like, I don't know, sometimes we got to go into really big darkness in order to like wake up to the fact that we have this beautiful, powerful soul. And honestly, that is what I'm seeing here. Like you could be calling in love in this energy of you and your soul being aligned, very much so could be, but I also feel like there's an energy of you understanding total balance of your duality. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know that's kind of a Gemini theme, right? But that's exactly right. And so is the Justice, is a Libra, same thing. It's like complete balance between the two opposites that are us, which is our human and our soul. you know like we really like learning to work together with that energy. It's a gift, and it changes our life, and it's beautiful. And so I'm going to ask Spirit what your life looks like after this, like, because you have a brand new beginning, and I want to know you know what's on that other side of this. I'm behind on blood work. I survived brain aneurysm surgery 6 months ago. So I put docs on hold for stuff. I lived with a cold, an OCD, bipolar, mental problems, Aquarius. Wow, Debs. Well, okay. Thank you for clarifying the health part then. Don't slack on that. Just get back in there. That's what I feel like. You know what I mean? Don't let that go. Especially like, well, it's saying to use your intuition, and it's saying like if you ignore something like with your health, it's going to come back to bite you later. So I just feel like, you know, tell me what the other side of the Fool card looks like here. What are they? Oh, wait. What? Two cups, four of swords. So there's healing here. Now, this could be, healing for you from something, like your health. But it could also be talking about Two of Cups relationship. So let's talk about that. Two of Cups can be anyone, but it's definitely someone that you have a soul contract with, right? So when I look at the Two of Cups, I feel like, yeah, it can be a lover for sure. It can. But it could also be a parent, a child, a best friend, a grandparent, somebody that you're connected to, right? Somebody coming in, or somebody helping you heal, you know. This could be, I mean, to be honest, look at the picture. It could even just be you again, like I was saying with the duality and the alignment. I just keep seeing it, and I'm looking at more than one deck of cards. So, I mean, I'm seeing like you got the male and female here, you got male and female here, you also have black and white here, and you also have black and white here, that are talking about opposites, but being able to balance it, so it could very well be talking about you and your soul, like completely getting on the same page, and making a brand new kind of life for you, you know? And so that's what I see. Oh, he's a Pisces. You want to know what I wish would happen for you, Helen? I wish that while you are out in your van and you're cruising around, maybe you're just stopping to get gas or something, and somebody is right next door to you that's getting gas too, or somebody's parked next to you at the campground. I just want something better to happen for you. I want somebody to come in that makes you feel as special as I know you are. You know, because I don't really feel like what Matt is doing is making you feel anything but shittier, you know, and I don't know. I don't know how useful that is for anybody to grow with, you know what I mean? I was married to a couple of Pisces. You want to know something funny? I married 2 different people, but they had the exact same birthday. Why would I do that? I didn't know. I was completely ignorant to anything astrology. I did do it. Okay, Cancer, luck is on your side here, and it's telling me to tell you to just say yes. Say yes to the dress. No. Say yes to whatever this is. It's lucky. And then the Guardian. A lost loved one watches over you, Cancer. You see that message? So there could be an opportunity coming in that's lucky. It's probably brought in by this person over here, this lost loved one. I feel like bottom of the deck is talking about challenges and trying and making a decision to work on your healing, you know, work on inner healing. We're going to clarify that. What do I want to clarify with? It is a weird time right now. I was just talking to my kids about it yesterday, and one of my daughters was like super angry, and she's like, I'm just so angry. And she's been kind of like riding in this anger energy for about, I want to say maybe like in and out for about 2 weeks. And I looked at her and I said, okay, I have not been keeping up on my astrology, but I did catch a glimpse of something. And I feel like Pluto and Mars are square or they're close proximity to that kind of thing. And it's like, you know, Mars is the god of war and Pluto is pretty much the planet of death and destruction, right? So we're going to feel some anger. We are. It's just, you can't help it. And I think, I'm going to put the cards down for a minute, but as far as like the anger part goes, I mean, it does have a purpose. You know what I mean? So what are you feeling? And journal it. You know, what are you angry about and why? Do you see a common denominator in all of it? And because like we're in this place in our astrology, the stars, right? Where it's kind of time to let go of stuff. It's time for new lessons. It's time for a cycle change. And it's not just one person. It's not just one group of you know, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. It's not just about one thing. It's like all of us are being affected in a different way. So, I don't know. I guess what I've been trying to do with the energy, because I've been feeling a lot of weird stuff too since July. And I started, I don't know why, but spirit kind of just threw me into that, trying the pour painting, and it's hard and it's fun and it's beautiful and it's, you know, it really has kind of helped. Like I don't know, it's just helping. Holy shit, what's going on? Luck is on your side. There's something here, Cancer. Like, look what it's telling us. Like, okay, so it's saying say yes, and luck is on your side. And it's got something to do with your two bottom chakras, right? Base and sacral. So this could be about your money, like your stability. Like, it's sort of like Maslow's hierarchy thing, you know, like the bottom of that, it's a pyramid and it's telling us like our needs, right? And the bottom one is the base chakra, and it's like, do I have enough to eat? Do I have a roof over my head? Do I have enough? Base chakra. And sacral chakra is definitely related to family. So this would be parents, grandparents, children, and grandchildren. I feel like it could go back farther than that, but I feel like if it's farther, then it's in the base. Like it's a base chakra thing. But if it's somewhere in those generations, 3 on either side, then I think it's about the sacral chakra. And I feel like something's going on, and it's sad because this is a 5 of Cups. This is about being sad about something. And this card says change your focus, you know? So what can you do? I mean, like, luck is on your side, and it says to say yes. So maybe an opportunity is coming in, you know? And yeah, it is. Look at, I just split the deck. I love tarot. Okay, so I feel like, you know, it's telling me that if you say yes, there's an opportunity coming, right? So it's like somebody handing you something. It's going to even out your life. It's going to make it better. And it's going to breathe some kind of like powerful color and light into you. You know, look at all the colors of the rainbow here coming out of the flute as he plays it, right? And so let's say that these are your chakras. And there's something that you're doing here, an opportunity given to you, and it's something that's coming in so that you can change your focus from grieving or feeling sorry for yourself or that kind of thing, you know, to new vitality, new things, right? Now, this is going to be a challenge. It's telling me. Because you feel alone, you feel some kind of way, but there's a lot coming in here. Don't forget about this guardian angel over here, right? Because it's telling me that a lost loved one watches over you. So this is someone that you lost, someone that's passed over before you. We all have at least one of those, right? And the older we get, the more of those we have. That's what I feel like. Hi. Aw, how was your birthday reading? Oh, fun, New York Debs. Donkey, goat, and cat treat business? Guardian. Okay. Okay, so they're sending you incoming, right? I feel like Cancer, I feel like there's something going on where you're not paying attention to the messages. You're refusing. You have your crown and your third eye blocked. So you cannot see what? This is the love card. You cannot see love. You cannot see the love that this person on the other side is giving you. You can't see this offer coming in or how it could be good for you, because this is your starter, right? And the card is saying say yes. This is lucky. This is lucky. This is like, I feel like Wheel of Fortune. And it's like, look at it's spirit handing you some kind of gift here with the 6 of Pentacles, and it's breathing some kind of new life inside you. Please say yes to that. But I also feel like there's a lost loved one watching over you. It could be a Gemini maybe, but you can't see it. You have yourself completely blocked. It could be a challenge for you, you know, like this is a decision to work on your healing, you know, and your healing goes pretty deep when it's talking about the root chakra and the sacral chakra. There's something coming in that's going to change that feeling for you. It's something Yeah, look at that at the bottom. And another chakra card. I feel like Cancer, I feel like your chakras one at a time are opening or trying to be cleared for you so that you can get the messages, because that is how spirit talks to us, your higher self, through that chakra system. You feel it in your heart, you feel it in your gut, you know what I mean? So let's see, tell me more about this guardian angel for Cancer. Do you want to call me? I'm trying to think of what I got going today. I think, honestly, I feel like after I do this reading, I kind of wanted to do the birthday reading for a Scorpio, but I feel like I need to go get ready for my day. And I think I'm going to go out to lunch with Chantilly because we didn't get to have a personal birthday date. And I do kind of like to have a date on a birthday. I mean, gifts are nice, but I sort of like to hog their time. Look at all these sixes, Cancer. You got a lot of sixes here, a lot. You have every single one. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm counting the lovers as a 6. So let's see what they all say. But look at the 15. I think this is the devil card. But it's about, having your heart locked away, blocked off. And it kind of, that must be what it's saying, because you're even blocked off here. You're not even like seeing, you're not hearing the messages from the other person on the other side. So I feel like what this person on the other side is trying to do is help you unlock your heart. And maybe the reason that you have it all locked up is because of them. I mean, you could, like, if you lost them and they died and they're on the other side. I mean, how does a person move on? It's hard, right? It's just hard to let it go. It's hard to get used to not having their physical presence. I don't care what anyone says. It's hard. And I kind of feel like that's what's going on here. And I feel like this person on the other side is just healing you. And I kind of feel like they want you to know that you got to believe in yourself and don't be afraid. I feel like the message here is like, believe in yourself. Your heart is beautiful. You don't have to hide it from everybody, because I feel like you kind of are. Like, you have it blocked off. I don't want anyone. I don't want anyone to come in. And so I feel like that's what your guardian angel, your person on the other side, is trying to do. And on this side with the challenge, I mean, you've got dedicated effort, you've got healing, and then the healing begins. So what they're telling me is you're making a decision. This card says, make a decision to work on inner healing. And what I'm seeing it is it's doing something you love. You're creating something. It's big. It's no little tiny thing. It's a lifetime project. Look at the effort this guy. Like, this could be Michelangelo, right? Remember how he, like, look, he's on scaffolding. This is giant. Can you even imagine, like, if you're an artist in any way, Lori is. Lori, can you imagine, like, making something that big? You know what I mean? Where you have to actually climb up scaffolding to actually paint it. And, like, and imagine, like, how much people love your work to hire you to do something like that. Okay? So whatever that means for you, after I said all of that, it's telling me that when you start to do this, when you make the decision, that's when all your healing comes in. You know what I mean? Like, 2 healing cards come in off of this dedicated effort. So the dedicated effort could be about making the effort to heal yourself, right? But it is attached to passionate endeavors. You know what I mean? Because I swear this is like maybe one of the coolest things that I've figured out on my own. But if you engage in the things, like, think about all the things that make you super excited. And it can be different for everyone. I love trees, so I love to walk in the trees. I like to photograph trees. I like to paint them. So let's just say it's that, like, so as I do those things that I love to do, like I go to the trees and I put my hands on them, I put my forehead, I ground in, and I do feel the healing, right? So, but what I'm saying is like, that's me and that's what I love to do. I also love to paint. Whatever it is that you love to do, so does your soul. And so I feel like we got to practice it. We got to just practice it, even if we're shitty at it. I mean, like, I'm trying these pour paintings, and so many times they come out like mud. I don't care. I film it anyway, and I put it on there, and I get a whole bunch of, like, thumbs down, and I'm like, I don't care. I want to watch my own journey. Like, I do not care what anyone else thinks about anything. I want to look at my own journey from a different perspective. You know what I mean? So that's what I've been doing, and I'm telling you what, the more I engage with that kind of thing, and I feel so excited. I can't tell you what time it is. I can't tell you how long I've been painting. Like it's insane. But that's where your higher self is breaking the chains. You know what I mean? You're not sitting here thinking like all this shitty stuff anymore. No, because you're doing something you love, you're changing your focus, and your higher self is like, yep, here we go. We're starting to heal. So that's kind of what I see happening for you guys, So that's your message for today. I hope it helps. Cancer, I know there's so many people with Cancer North Node that follow. Let's see. I have to watch it a couple more times and then I'll shoot you a text. Yeah. You, Helen, yes, we are on the silence is deadly mode at your house. Man, I have just been kind of keeping to myself. I babysit, the grandkids and see them every day, but I don't know. It's weird. I've been kind of hermiting myself. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, though. Do you? Taurus, you're next. Okay, there you are, coming out in your own reading. Earth sign. Thank you, Spirit. I feel like there's somebody spying on you. 3 cards came out. Earth sign, intimacy, and spy. Okay. So, I feel like there's someone who, like, you are pretty, like, I feel like there's chemistry, right? Intimacy is kind of like chemistry. It's also about thinking about it. So maybe you have someone that is on your mind. And then the spy card. Someone's got their eye on you. Or you're doing your research. So you could either be spying on them or they're spying on you, or you're just simply researching something, but I feel like it's more like some kind of love situation. Fuck, it's hot in here. I feel like I need to open a window. I'm just suddenly just sweating. Hang on. Oh. All right. So we might have a little kids noise because I live by the school, but I am freaking hot. All right. Let's clarify Taurus. Spirit, what do you want to say about... Let's talk about the intimacy card. Clarify the intimacy card for... Okay, so Hierophant. That can mean a lot of things. It can mean like you're married to this person. Oh, wow. Holy buckets. You have an Emperor, A Two of Cups and the Hierophant card. Possibly talking about maybe you could be married to somebody with the Hierophant card, or someone who's taught you a lot of lessons. This is a soul friend. Two of Cups, right? Emperor, I feel like it could be your energy, or it could be someone else's, right? There's a fight, some kind of argument. Somebody splits, goes another way, and it seems like it's hard to look at. Yeah, this looks a little painful. Tell me about the Spy card. So it looks like you had a fight with somebody who meant a lot to you. I really feel like, since the first card out is the Hierophant, I feel like I just would be a loser if I didn't tell you, like, whoever this Two of Cups is teaching you big lessons. And here's the couple of lessons it could be. One, about choosing yourself and becoming the ruler of your own life, the master of your own destiny, right? And the other one is the Justice card. So this person maybe taught you something, you haven't been able to see what it gave you, or maybe that these are the two lessons you're learning from this relationship. You know what I mean? I feel like there was a fight. I feel like somebody went in a new direction. And I also feel like there's something here, two major arcana, three major arcanas of lessons, right? Emperor, which is about taking charge of your own life. Hierophant, tapping in, tuning in, understanding the bigger picture of this relationship. Like, instead of just feeling all sad about it, like, God, my life is over. No, you're tapping in and you're like, okay, I want to see what it gave me. I feel like what it gave you is Emperor energy, like this energy, like, I'm the master of my destiny, not anybody else. I don't know, but that's what I feel like. All right. Sorry, I'm just sipping on my coffee over here. All right, Spy. Who in the heck? What's going on with the Spy card? Okay. Strength. That's a Leo card. And the Four of Swords. It's about healing something up. I don't know. I feel like, ooh, you've been waiting for somebody. You sent a message. You could be dealing with a fire sign. You could be watching somebody, or they could be watching you. Like, how are you responding to what happened? If it's this person over here. Or it could be you spying, right? But what I feel like is happening is somebody is healing, somebody is learning strength. That's another one of the things this person taught you, or you taught them, or both, right? I also feel like there's some kind of like, look at the bottom, the Judgment card. You see what's happening, right? The Judgment card is about, you know, listening to your higher self and saying, like, I trust you, man. You drive the car. You take me. I trust you. I don't know where we're going. I'll tell you where you're going. It's right toward Emperor or Empress energy. So you got quite a bit going on here, Taurus. This is a big time for you. There's a lot of lessons for you. I feel like what's happening is you're understanding the power and the strength of this tower, this breakup, this dishevel in your life, what it gave you. And it's pretty good. You know what I mean? Your higher self is kind of showing you, like, yeah, but look at what you're in, the King of Wands energy. Look at how strong you are. You're making a tornado up here, right? So I just feel like there's a lot here, and I feel like if you're researching somebody, okay, but I feel like you need to research what the fuck's going on for you. You know what? Who cares what they're doing, right? Let them do their own thing. But what you're doing and your higher self is doing is like understanding your divine energy and the power that that holds. And I think that when things are torn out of our life, I was just talking about this to a friend of mine a couple days ago, and she was saying to me, like, I can't believe how many things are being ripped out. I'm not a big fan right now. That's pretty much her exact words. I'm not a big fan. And I was like, just hold on though, because whenever something is torn out of our life, like with a tower, you know, and they're just not there anymore, like whether it's a job or a boyfriend or a girlfriend or whatever, I promise they're not meant to be there. You're meant for better, because you see where your soul wants you to go to this Empress energy, which is divine, it's loving, it's self-love too, you know, like a lot of loving on yourself. That's what your soul really wants. They want the human to get on board. You know, it's time right now. I think for a long time, nobody really got it. Like hardly anybody, you know, got the whole divine soul thing. But like in this specific time that we're in, with Pluto going into Aquarius, into forward thinking, into all of that, like it's time that we understand more than we did before. So that's kind of what I feel like is happening here. Um, for pretty much everybody. I feel like when it comes to this spy card, I feel like it's you talking to your higher self. I want it to be anyway. I want it to be you tapping into your higher self and asking, like, show me, you know, show me what's next. Show me. I trust you. I trust where we're going. I trust where you've taken me so far. That's the hard part sometimes if we've been through a lot. Because you get to the point where you're like, I've had enough. Like, I can't take another. But, you know, like, your soul also knows that, you know? So I guess when you get to the point where you actually can just trust wherever it's going and you just go with it, life can be completely different. All right. Helen. All right, Virgo. Let's see what's going on. What does Virgo need to know? What do you want Virgo to know for the next, I don't know. What's their message? What's the message for Virgo? Whoa. Move on. Air sign. Gold digger. Shoot. And liar. Okay, Virgo. I feel like you got to move on for something. It could be an air sign. It's definitely here. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It says someone's a waste of time. This is over. Let's see. Someone's unavailable. A waste of time. And it's over. That's what that first card says. Okay, so now that I opened the window, now I'm cold because I was all sweaty. Now all the sweat is getting cold. So now I'm going to put on my sweater again and leave that window open. All right, so I don't know why the air sign is here, but I feel like maybe they're telling us, you know, like maybe you're dealing with that. Maybe that's what you have to walk away from, or maybe that's what you're walking away or walking toward, you know, or air is also about truth. So there could be something there. I feel like whoever you're moving on from, I feel like they kind of want, you know, like they're after your stuff, you know, maybe they want your money. Maybe they want your home. Maybe they want your car. I don't know. But there's someone around you, Virgo, that's a fucking liar and that wants something from you. And it could very well be an air sign. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It's time for you to move forward, move on. I'm going to get a different deck here. Cards. Let me try this one. All right, moving on after Ten of Swords. So Ten of Swords is about, you know, it's a minor arcana death card, so it's over. Something's transforming. Chariot card. Walking away from this thing aligns you with your higher self. Like just literally walking away from this person or this situation is your alignment. The Chariot card. Some of you could be getting a new car. Some of your car could be breaking down, something like that. Make sure and get it checked, maybe, right? Just with the way those two cards are, I just feel like if you're, I don't know. Okay, so you got Knight of Swords and the Star card. So we got Aquarius and Knight of Swords, so that would be again the air sign. I feel like there's some truth coming in here and also wish fulfillment and healing. I feel like it's super important to walk away from this person, right? It's over, detach, talk to your higher self and, really, really so that you can get your mind on the same page. Because a lot of times, our soul knows, like, get the fuck out of there, get out of there. And then, and then our human is like, I can't, like I can't let go. I'm so sad, right? That's what I kind of feel like is happening. But I just want you to know, as soon as you really close the door to this thing, it's going all the way like gas, pedal to the metal kind of energy with your soul, and you're going to wish fulfillment. All right, tell me about the stamped up gold digger. This is someone who's pretending like they want to have a stable home with you. This is fucked up. It could be there's that fucking air sign. It's definitely an air sign. And they're just struggle. You can't work with them like you want to, but there's just this underlying struggle. And it's probably because they lie. Tell me about the liar card. Jeez, Virgo. It's a Two of Cups. The liar is a Two of Cups. Now, this relationship, like, so Two of Cups is always a soul friend. It means that you are connected on a soul level. And it's very possible this person came to show you something, teach you something, help you along your path. It's just part of their path too. You're teaching them shit too, but right now we're just looking at you. And what I think this person is teaching you is like, what kind of strength do you really have? One, to maybe to go forward and do whatever you want, create what you want, or two, hold yourself back. Like, how sometimes you're like, somebody will say something or whatever, and you have to take every bit of strength to not say something because you want to scream and you want to go, fuck you. Like, that's my go-to. Like, when I'm really mad, I'm just like, fuck you. And it's just like, it doesn't help anybody. Maybe it helps me just to scream, right? But like, I feel like that's what this person is teaching you, like, sort of like how to hold back and how to be strong enough to walk away when you understand that it's not doing you any good. You know what I mean? It's not doing you any favors at all. They're pretending because they want something that you have. And, so they have a motive, right? But they're coming all in here like, we're so happy, right? God, give me some advice for Virgo. Give me some advice for Virgo. What's going on, Death? It says, let it go. See the justice. Love yourself and your confidence will come in. That's exactly what I see, what the message is. I feel like, loving yourself is super important. And when you're dealing with somebody that doesn't have value for you, or they're wasting your time or whatever, and you care for them and you keep trying because you feel like, yeah, there's something here, right? But, sometimes there's just not something there that can be salvaged or that will ever turn into anything beautiful for you. I feel like this is not beautiful for you. It just isn't. And I feel like, you're going to have to let it go. You are. And then I think you're going to understand like the bigger picture of it. It's so the justice in this situation is you standing up for yourself. You know what I mean? It is. It's you loving yourself enough to walk away. It's you being honest with yourself and knowing how much knowledge you have. It's you understanding like the confidence that you hold inside of you in your soul. and running with that energy, right? So I feel like a big cool changes coming in for you. I feel like there's been a lot of heartbreak, and it's kind of like time to like surrender the situation. I do feel like, we could go further, and what we could do is see that there's someone else coming in, because I saw it at the bottom. But like, I don't want to go there. I want you to understand, like, close this out first. Someone else is coming in, but this has to go all the way out of your energy. And what I mean by that is you have to really understand what it gave you, you know? Like, because I can imagine someone trying to lie to you and like take your shit, but you love them. It's got to be some kind of like, icky kind of heart feeling, right? And I think you're working through it. And I also feel like, yeah, don't forget to like investigate, like, what did this teach me? Because it's only then that we get to actually blow that into the wind and it turns into butterflies. You see, that's her letting go of this person. And when she blows it out into the wind, it turns into a butterfly. True transformation and true justice. It's like she gets to let it go. I don't have to be resentful. I don't have to be angry. I'm just gonna let it go. And so it is. I said that to my daughter the other day. We have this waffle iron, and it's old. It's so fucking old. And we just redid the kitchen, so I was like scrubbing on this waffle iron. You know how they get on the sides, and I'm thinking like, I don't want no dirty shit in these new cupboards. So I was scrubbing on the outside of it, and I couldn't get it off. And so I looked at my daughter and I said, I feel like it's time for a new waffle iron. And I put it into the trash and said, and so it is. And she started laughing. She goes, and so it is? And I'm like, yeah, I'm throwing this one away. It's over. Okay, Capricorn's next. 1, 12. Don't be sorry. You're always welcome here. Helen, I'm glad you're here because I worry about you when I'm just painting. I think about you and wonder if you're okay. I worry about where you're at in your head about yourself. I don't think you love yourself enough. And I wish somehow I could like let you borrow my eyeballs so you could see how pretty and beautiful you are. All right, Capricorn. Someone else. Holy cow. Someone else, intimacy and vacation. You're going to be traveling soon, it says with this vacation card. I think you're really stuck in your head, Capricorn, about someone or something. It's someone that you have, that you've been intimate with, and I think you're just thinking about it. Must have been pretty dang good to like be hijacking your thoughts for so long, right? The first card out was someone else. So here's what the card says. Someone's in the middle. Someone's trying to sabotage this relationship, right? And I think, I see it here. So I do feel like there's a vacation coming up here for some of you. I feel like you can't stop thinking about this person who actually left and has someone else, is what I see. If this is not your reading, just let it go. I promise you it's somebody's reading. It just might not be yours. But I do kind of feel, Capricorn, like I don't know. Clarify someone else for Capricorn. What's going on? 6 of Wands. And then full card. Oh my God. You're going to see this as a victory. You've been hanging on to this, Capricorn, but this was the best thing that could ever happen to you. And that's what these cards are telling me. 6 of Wands. Someone else is in your life. Someone's in the middle of your relationship. And here's what it's saying. It was the best thing that could have happened to you. This was your soul's plan. Get on the path. Go with your soul now. So this person was taken out of your life, probably with a tower. And here you are, like feeling like some kind of like, well, no, some kind of way. But Spirit is saying, like, the truth is, we took this because it's not good enough for you. They're meant for more. That's the truth. So, I feel like you're hanging on to the tower. I feel like you're hanging on to the thing that Spirit took from you. You know, the tower is, when I split the deck, this is what came out, Capricorn. Four of Pentacles and the tower. And the Four of Pentacles is like, you know, well, it can mean a couple things. Like you're hanging on to something. That's what I think it's meaning in this situation. Because the tower comes in and knocks down something out of your life, a marriage, a job, a best friend, you know, and all of a sudden this person is removed, however they're removed. This one tells me they went with someone else. And I feel like this has made you feel some kind of way. I feel like it probably rejected, and you probably felt like this was the love of your life, huh? You did. But they were really fucked up, shady, and you're hanging on to it. And I don't know why. And I kind of feel like, you know, it's almost like trying to take back the tower. You know what I mean? Like the tower comes in, you know what the tower is? It's Spirit. This does not work for you. This is not where you're going. This is not where you're going, right? You're going towards success in something, you know, and truth, right? Because you've got the Ace of Swords here even. With the Six of Wands, do you know what the Six of Wands is? It's about being honored. It's about the whole universe looking up and applauding you. You know what I mean? As you close this cycle, trust your higher self and go toward a new one. Every freaking one. Every star is clapping. Every bit of consciousness is watching you as you walk the fuck away. I just want to say I'm proud of you. Let's ask about this memory. It's the intimacy card. This is about reminiscing, like I can't get my person off my mind. This is the tower person, I'm assuming. 9 of Wands. It's just one more thing that hurt you. 9 of Wands. It's the victim card. You feeling like a victim here? You are. Over this person who cheated. You have no idea how much Spirit is all watching what you're doing right now. I mean, can you see the cards? I wish so bad you guys could see them as I'm pulling them out. I just feel like, I don't know. Anyway, I just feel like you have so many energies on the other side watching as you climb to the success, as you understand the truth, as you see why it happened, why it's fair, as you like grab onto your energy and say like, this taught me a lot. This is where you take your emotions out and you're logical. This is what you're thinking about. You're thinking about how unfair it was. But then I feel like your higher self is saying like, well, wait a minute. That wasn't it. I feel like whoever this person, here's what I feel like when someone is a cheater or whatever. I just feel like, I don't feel like they're worth my time. I really just don't. I will not play that game one more time. I refuse. I fucking refuse. I am not anyone's second choice. You know what I mean? I'm just not. And I do feel like it took me a long time to get to that place, right? But it's this energy that gets us there. It's this one. And it's, oh, did I like keep you guys big? It's the Queen of Swords, and it's about, you know, taking your heart out of it. Like, you don't really take your heart out, right? But you stop thinking about it from the emotional standpoint. Like, instead of feeling it, you think about it and you see the logic behind it. You know what I mean? Queen of Swords has to take her emotions out so that she can make better decisions. How many times have you ever made a great decision when you're emotional? Ever. You don't. You just don't. You got a screaming baby that's throwing a fit and you're freaked out. He's been throwing a fit for over half an hour. You do not know how to stop it. And the emotional part of you will reach for all kinds of things. I'm going to give him what he wants. That's how it reaches. That's what happens to me now. Like, okay, you want the ice cream? Here's fucking ice cream. Like, here, have the fucking ice cream, right? But like, if you weren't just being Queen of Swords, you'd realize that giving them what they want is not doing them any favors. It's not the loving thing, right? And we're just talking about, like when you're dealing with a 2-year-old or something, But, like, so if you're emotional when you make the decision, you could do lots of things, right? You might spank the kid, like, fuck, man, what's the fucking wrong with you? You might say shit like that to them, right? It could be lots of different things that we react. And it doesn't have to be just about a kid. It could be about this lover. It could be a husband, a wife, whatever. I'm just saying, like, in order to really make a logical decision, we have to remove that emotional turmoil, because if you're not balanced inside and your emotions are running wild, like, it's a good idea to get into this energy. And I kind of feel like you need to. It's like getting honest with yourself about it, not about the emotional part, but about, logically, and tapping into that higher self. Like, what do you think? I kind of feel like what you're understanding is like it's part of your path. Like, maybe you have some kind of weird second house placements. Is what I'm feeling like, because that's your house of like commitments and relationships and stuff like that. And like, maybe, like, maybe there's some kind of weird placement, or where's Dark Moon Lilith in your chart, like, look and see where all that shit is. Because if you're having problems in a relationship, I'm gonna say it might be part of your journey, because this is a big deal, this Nine of Wands, because it's about realizing, like, after feeling like you're defeated all the time, like people are just out to get me, like I'm the victim. When you twist that around, like, your higher self goes, okay, you sat here long enough. Now let me show you the real truth, like what this gave you. And I think it gave you knowledge. And usually the Nine of Wands is about teaching. Like, at the end of the day, like, you're ending up, your reason you went through all this stuff is because you need to help someone. Like, it could be a kid or a grandkid or some stranger on the street, right? But I just kind of feel like that's kind of what's going on here. I think you're hanging on to it in a negative light. And I feel like, honestly, to tell you the truth, this person probably did come into your life, but it wasn't to stay forever. It was probably to wake you up to something new, something that you're more powerful, or something like that, Maybe even wake up this Queen of Swords where you have to actually fucking take the emotions out of it and just make a decision, because Two of Cups, it's definitely a person that on the other side. And I think, like, to me, like, when you recognize a soul friend, like, sometimes we don't, but sometimes we do. And when we recognize a soul friend and we feel our soul feels it, our souls connect. There's definitely a soul connection going on, and both people feel it. And that is the hard one to let go of. So if you have found a Two of Cups lover and they have cheated on you and they have fucked you over and made you feel like a victim one more time, this is the real deal. This is where you actually figure it out in the Nine of Wands. You know what I mean? This is where you figure out, like, oh my God, this is my soul doing this. I'm supposed to figure something out. Well, it's to be this Queen of Swords. It's like, emotions have their place, but so does just logic. If you tap into your higher self, your soul, I'll tell you what you find is just like a badass fucking, like, what do you want to know? Because these souls, like, they just rejuvenate, you know what I mean? They don't die. And so they, we've lived many lives, all of us probably, you know what I mean? So I feel like each time we come here, you know, we learn more. And trust me, this Two of Cups, the reason you feel that way, you just wait until you get to the other side. You'll know. Best friends, tell me about your vacation here. Okay. I feel like you're going on a trip because there's something here. I feel like you have to transmit energy again, like it's still kind of talking about the same love situation, Capricorn. But I feel like you're just kind of like out of balance. You don't know what to do. There's some kind of shady behavior here. And I don't know if it's like still talking about this past person that cheated or whatever. But I feel like honestly, your higher self is being woke up because the high priestess is here. That tells me you're going to get some kind of like really cool messages, you know, coming in through the chakra system. Like, what should I do about this? Because you are very unbalanced here. And whenever I see the Two of Pentacles, I feel like it's an imbalance between human and soul. And like, it's this human riding a bike, right? She's got pretty good balance here, but she's trying to keep these two things up in the air. And whenever I see the two, I feel like you're asking yourself, should I listen to my human being, the mind, that knows all the stuff I've been through on this planet right this time? Or should I listen to my soul that knows everything I've been through since the beginning of time? Which one do you trust? You know, which one? And you have to make the decision here. And there's all kinds of information coming in from your higher self. I feel like this could be talking about going on a trip in order for you to transmute your energy, or saying the trip will transmute your energy. I feel like if you're going somewhere on a vacation or something, because that's where we're clarifying the vacation card. For some of you, you could walk right into a person who is like the most magnificent person that you've ever seen. I kind of think it depends on where you're at with this. Because Spirit is not going to send you a beautiful, loving, like Nine of Cups person if you're still hanging on to this feeling like you're a victim from the last person, right? So that's got to be all cleaned up before you get the new energy to come in. And Spirit is really kind of even like helping you balance that energy between your human and your higher self. You know, between the dark and the light, right? They're both important. They're both, I mean, we can't live on this planet without both, right? We need both. So I kind of feel like, I don't know, there's a lot of changes that can come from this trip. So I feel like, Helen, I feel like when you go on your little trip this weekend, are you going this weekend? You could really meet someone on that trip. So try and work on like, trying to like, I don't know, tap in. I would just do some really deep breathing, do some fun shit, you know, the things that light you up. And I kind of feel like you could actually like just run into somebody. I've been feeling like that for your energy for a while. And I think you're a Capricorn. Oh, second house in Scorpio. I don't know, because you'd have to, you really would have to look at the whole damn thing. But yeah, I mean, it could mean that, you know, if I have placements, like I had an astrology reading. I am not an astrologer, and I wish I was. I'm like, you know, a wannabe astrologer. But like, there's a real astrologer. I'll tell you who she is. She's on YouTube. That I got a reading from her. It's called Get Life 333. And I just wanted to know some specific things about my life and where they were at in my natal chart. And like, some of the stuff she told me was unfucking believable. But one of them was about my relationships. And it was definitely about my second house. And she was telling me, like, I have, my second house is Scorpio too. It's also got Black Moon Lilith in it, right? And Neptune, which is like the planet of dreams and like fantasy and all that kind of shit. Like, dude, I was doomed from the start. I was doomed from the start. She told me if I married a fourth time that it would work out famously, but like the first three, she nailed it. And I was like, I was feeling this whole time like I was a loser. But no, that's not it. It's just my placements in my life path. And so I feel like everybody deserves to know. I mean, if you want to. We left ourselves a map. Don't you want to read it? Anyway, I don't know what it means for you, but you could definitely figure it out with a real astrologer. It does have to do with death and rebirth and transformation for sure. It is all about that, right? But it depends on what all is in there, you know, and how it affects my second house, house of partnerships and all that. No. That wasn't meant for me, you know. I just can't seem to make those things work. I don't really have a desire to do that anymore. You know, sometimes maybe, but not really. So, anyway, I am all done with these readings. So, I just want to say thank you guys for coming and subscribing and liking and all of that stuff. I love you guys, and I hope you have a really groovy day. And I just want to say thank you for hanging in here with me. I know I haven't been, you know, reading as much as usual, but I'm just trying to listen to my soul as well. And I do feel like it's important, but I don't think I need to worry about it quite as much as I was, you know. It's just not good for any of us to worry about what other people think and their likes or their dislikes or whatever. Like, it's just, I don't know. I can't wrap my whole life around that shit. I can't. So, thank you guys for just who are just, you know, loyal, like want to hear the message. I love you guys. And thank you for giving me a reason to come on. Thank you so much and have a great day.